I was always an electronic technician because from when I was a kid I would build radios, I would build amplifiers, I would build different things. And around the mid-70s there were different mixing circuits that began to be published. And I thought it's a good idea to build a mixing board and build a reverb. Then I thought, let me get a tape machine to go with it. So I bought a 4-track TIAC machine, which was 3440 series. And I really got drawn into the whole thing. By 1980, I changed the format to half-inch 8-track, and I got a Tascam machine. And again, the sound got better, the quality got better. I built some more effects, and then later that year I then changed to 16-track 2-inch. That's when we started to make some real professional records. The first artist I produced on a reel is a guy called Sgt. Pepper. Give him a lift to a party, and he was there with a few other mates, all 14, and I just finished recording some rhythms, and I was playing it in my car, and they started emceeing at the back of the car, and they said, "Boy, these rhythms are bad, man, what's this?" And I said, "Well, you know, I just started a studio and these are my first rhythms." They said, "Wow." I said, hey, we're artists, you know, could we come and record?" On Monday they came down and they went on the mic in the studio, bang, 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 bang. I said, "Great." Then he said, "Oh, my sister Sandra Cross, could I bring her in to do some harmonies on this?" So he bring his sister, and she went, "Ooh, ah." Then he said, hey, you gonna release it? So I said, okay, and I start my label, Arriva, 001, Sgt. Pepper, Come Back Again, first release, and bam, so I end up with 2,000 copies, and 2,000 copies which nobody won. Yeah, lost a lot of money, and that was it. Well, over the 25 years or so, we've produced many. Some you produce, some you mix only, some you work with, you know. Lots of stuff still on tape that's never been released as well. We went through a period where we had several popular records, both here and in Jamaica, where we had several hits, you know. I still make new recordings every year. Just had Sly and Robbie in here again, and I just take it easy, no rush, you know. No Protection album came out of some remix sessions I was doing for Massive Attack. They first come to me with one song, Sly, and they asked me if I could remix it. Then they liked it, and they said, well, could you do another one? And they liked it. It all happened fast, so we dubbed up their new album, put it out, and the album went woof! And it caught a fire and ended up selling about 1 million copies around the world. Well, it was quite typical of what I was doing at the time. I mean, Massive Attack was another of a long line of pop people that I was flirting with, so to speak. Well, Scratch, you know, we started to work around 82, 83. Came to the studio, and he would then voice some tracks, and they organized a tour, and then they asked me if I could come and mix on the tour. We became friends from then. The first time a technician crafted a song in any music is reggae music, King Tubby's, before engineers are supposed to be heard on that scene. Reggae is the one that really developed that, because from you hear certain drum rolls and the sound and coloration of the drums or the bass, you could know, that sounds like Channel 1 Studios, you know, identity of sound. The worst thing now is that the technology right now doesn't really lend itself to dub, because a lot of the spontaneity elements from dub music is lost. Now, with a computer, a man would try to say, oh, let me put an echo here. And yes, after put that echo here, I'll measure it 5 seconds, and then I'll put a reverb there. It's too predetermined. Dub isn't supposed to be like that. Well, dub music has now become a very international and multinational affair. You know, you get a lot of bands like in Brazil, Argentina, in Mexico, Japan, France, Germany. Many people play dub. Australia, New Zealand. Only place now that don't seem to have any dub bands is Jamaica, which is ironic.